Hey guys, so I'd like to welcome you to the first ever video on this channel. That's pretty exciting, it's pretty hype. It may be rough now, but trust it's gonna get better. So obviously you clicked on this video for a reason. Everyone clicks on videos for a reason. And obviously you wanna know the age-old question. Who is My Chemical Romance? Everybody's asking, everybody's wondering, and guess what? I'm here to tell you. So, My Chemical Romance is a pop-punk band formed in 2001, September 12th. Though, some of you out there like to argue, and it may come to a shock to most, but they are in fact not an emo band? What?
But I don't really feel that we're a part of the emo culture, and I never have.
Calm down, yes, I know. My Chemical Romance is, in fact, not an emo band. Well, now that we got that big issue, and very controversial to some topic, out of the way, how did they form? Well, they had to come about some way. Before the band formed, Gerard Way, the frontman and the lead singer of the band, had previously been interning or working for Cartoon Network. When on this fateful morning, Gerard had been on a train headed into New York for an interview with Cartoon Network, where he then witnessed the attacks of September 11th. After this event, it caused Gerard to reflect on his life and the events as a whole and what he'd witnessed that day. This then inspired him. He wanted to help make a difference, and he wanted to help people. This soon led him to form the band we all know and so deeply love. So, this band, it stemmed from a sad event, but yet though it has like a good message and a meaning, and they always try to help people, especially people who have mental illness. That's something they really share, is to keep yourself alive and keep yourself safe and take care of yourself. So moving on. They had the band. It formed, but who were the people in it? Who were the first members? Who was even in the band? The band first started off with Gerard Way as the vocalist, Mikey as the bassist, and yes, guys. Yes. Mikey is, in fact, Gerard's brother. I know. It's just so shocking. You never would have guessed. Like, they have the same last names, but you never would have guessed. It's crazy, I know. Ray Toro as the lead guitar, and Matt Pellicer drums. Frank Iero, sadly, he did not join until later. Poor Frank was late to the club. He's Frank isn't in all of the songs on I Brought You My Bullets, You Brought Me Your Love. He's actually only in a handful of songs. So, fun fact. Cool. Who are the current band members? Who stayed? Who left? What's going on? All the original members are still in fact a part of the band, besides Matt. Sadly, poor Matt. Matt had left the band due to differences, and along with endearing songs, he would sometimes rush or have sloppy playing. Actually, if you listen closely to some of the songs in I Brought You My Bullets, You Brought Me Your Love closely, you can hear the rushing, in mainly the songs that are not so overpowered by guitar. You can really hear the rushing of the drums in some. Well, okay, moving on. They had members. They had the band. So what was their first song? My Chemical Romance's first song that they written together as a band was Skylines and Turnstiles. Yes, woohoo, a song, and it's an amazing song. If you have not listened to Skylines and Turnstiles, I 100% recommend that you go take a listen to that, because it's truly such a good song. The song discusses the events on which took place on September 11th, and other things. Um, well, so you may be wondering, My Chemical Romance? What? How'd they come up with that? Where'd that even come from? Did one of them just wake up and like where'd that come from? Well, during the time when the band was first being formed and when it had been made, Mikey had been working at the Barnes & Noble's bookstore. Crazy, crazy. While working, he had noticed there was a book, and it was called Ecstasy, 3 Tales of Chemical Romance by Irvin Welsh. The chemical romance in the book title immediately caught Mikey's eye, and he was like, whoa, okay, that's low-key heat. That's low-key, that sounds cool as heck. What? Mikey then decided to add the to put his own spin on it, and boom, he presented it to the band, and they were all like, whoa, Mikey, this is fire, this is amazing, cool name. And he's like, thanks guys, I know. And obviously, as you know, that's their name now. Okay, so they had a song, they had members, they even had a name. So what are the albums, and when were they released? Well, the first album they made and produced was I Brought You My Bullets, You Brought Me Your Love, made in 2002. During the making of the album, they had really just been trying to pump out as much in content and songs as they physically could, because they had been signed by a record label at this point, but they only had just like 2 songs like ready. Like they didn't really have any songs to perform, and they didn't have an album. Like they had really nothing to, like, they had no material to go with. So during the making of this album, they were just kind of putting together what they could and pumping out songs so that they had content that they could perform and tour with, because what they currently had wasn't enough. Which, though it was just, they were kind of just trying to pump out stuff, it's an amazing, it's an amazing album. Like, if you've not listened to it, I 100% recommend you go take a listen. It's truly such an amazing album. And on the album cover, you may notice there is a person that seems to be there's like a figure type thing. The figure type thing that you're seeing on the album cover, that is Harry Houdini. That was when he did that big stunt and he was hanging under the bridge, and he had the strain jacket on, and he had to try to get himself out of the strain jacket while hanging upside down on this bridge. Because Gerard and Mikey kind of talk about Harry Houdini a lot, and they like him, obviously. And, so, that's, yeah. Their second album, 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, was released in 2004. On the album cover of 3 Cheers, you can see there is a man and a woman, and those people are named the Demolition Lovers, which you'll soon, I will soon cover a video talking about all of the album storylines, because yes, every album has a storyline besides I Brought You My Bullets, You Brought Me Your Love, but every album has a storyline, and yeah, so I'll go over that. If you don't want to wait, search it up, do a little quick search, and look at the story of the Demolition Lovers. If you don't want to do that yet, or you're too lazy, the song Demolition Lovers in I Brought You My Bullets, She Brought Me Your Love actually introduces them. So if you want to take a look at that. So yeah, that was released in 2004. Their third studio album, The Black Parade, was released in 2006. Now, on the album cover of this, you can see, there's like what's it called? The band leader? I think that's what I don't know. I don't do band. I don't know stuff about that. I don't know. If it's wrong, I'm very sorry. The band leader, this is a character named Pepe. Yeah, that's it. It's just him with My Chemical Romance, white background, him, chilling. Cool. And lastly, try not to get too sad. It's okay. Their last album was Danger Days. And on the cover of this album, you can see there's like a desert type background and there's a spider. The Danger Days album follows the storyline of the lives of the four fabulous killjoys, and it's basically set in this post-apocalyptic time, set in 2019 in California. And yeah, it's a really cool storyline. I'll be covering that also on here eventually. But it's a really cool storyline, and it's just, yeah. And then, also, real quick, the Black Parade, the storyline for that is, it's just pretty easy to explain. There's deeper dives to it, but it's just, it's about a character named the Patient, and he's dying of cancer, and Gerard likes to think that death comes to us in the form of our fondest memory. Hence the song Welcome to the Black Parade. It talks about, when I was a young boy, my father took me into the city. Yeah, he's talking about the patient. The patient is talking about this fond memory he has of his father taking him to see this marching band. So, death is coming to him in the form of this Black Parade. So, that's what that album's about. Again, the storyline's really cool. I'll also be doing a video on that, and I'm gonna do a song breakdown discussing what each song's about. Anyway, so how did they even get popular or whatever? What? How they get popular? What? Well, their album Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge was a huge commercial success, and it achieved platinum status. Along with their songs I'm Not Okay, I Promise, and Helena, helped propel the album's success and gave them a much larger audience. Woohoo! They also gained immense popularity for many other reasons, such as their emo, in quotations, sound. I know, calm down. I know they're not emo. It's okay, guys, calm down. It's okay. And their dramatic stage presence, mainstream appeal, and their huge successful album, The Black Parade, along with the song Welcome to the Black Parade, which solidified their status as a major act. So that's basically it for today's video. I just wanted to do, for my first video, something I already know a lot about.
Blah, 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 blah.
And that I feel like I could just discuss. This was just a brief rundown of, kind of the band's history. Who are the members? If you guys would like, I could do a deeper dive on the members, the other, other things. If you guys seriously wanted, I could do a deeper breakdown on that stuff. Which I probably will, honestly. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my first ever YouTube video. in this brief discussion about My Chemical Romance and who they are and how they've kind of come to be. Comment down below any other bands or topics that you might like me to see or cover, or even react to in the future, such as songs, topics, because I'll also be doing some reaction type things, commentary. Like I've mentioned, I will be posting some other album breakdowns of My Chemical Romance and possibly other bands. So stay tuned for that and keep an eye out for that. So yeah. Have an amazing day or night, and I will definitely 1,000% see you next time. I better see you next time. Peace? Question mark?